0, 1.
Let's get started.
Gigi here. I used to refer to life as a sexually transmitted disease. Very optimistic outlook, right? But as I started to crawl out of my messy life, I realized, I was making life a lot harder than it needed to be. I think we say things like, life's a bitch and then you die, because we don't want to admit that we have no idea what the hell we're doing. I mean, what's life all about anyway? Is it about winning? Is it like he who dies with the most toys wins? Or is it about surviving, like passing on our genes? I mean, maybe we're all just really elaborate egg and sperm delivery systems. Forget about joy and finding your bliss. It's all just foreplay for the main event, making babies, raising a family. Now, what I've come to learn over the last few years is that life is actually pretty neutral. It's not like out to get us. When we have that outlook, that life is out to get us, we make life a lot harder than it needs to be. And we perpetuate that feeling of life being a bitch. And life does its job and keeps proving it to us over and over again that life is a bitch. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a game that none of us have any idea how to play. Nobody comes down from the sky and hands you a manual. Not one that makes much sense anyway. Sure, there are a few ancient texts out there, but nobody really understands them. They kind of read like a VCR manual. There's no level 1 tutorial, no cheat sheet, no friendly little NPC popping up to say, hey, here's how to avoid a narcissist and not waste 10 years of your life. Instead, you just kind of spawn here. You incarnate. You're in the middle of this map in a game called Life with other players who look just as confused as you do. And then we all pretend we know what we're doing because nobody wants to admit that they're just button mashing their way through till it's game over. I don't know, maybe life isn't about grinding it out until the game ends. Maybe it's about learning the actual mechanics. The hidden stuff under the surface that changes how you play the game. And maybe some esoteric wisdom along the way to make some sense of those ancient manuals. If you think of life as a game, you start spotting patterns. More to the point, if you think of it as a dream, you realize you're the one creating everything in it. Every character, every plot twist, even the weird random side quests. Which means, whether you call it the game creator or the dreamer, the individual player and the universal source are connected through the same system. For me, my little slogan, GGWP, in gamers' terms, meaning good game well played, it has two meanings. The first, I think of it as an acronym for my scoreboard in the game of life. I'm in my acronym era. And I'm going to be focusing on these things a lot in my channel in the future to help us not only navigate through the game, but to help us play at the highest levels. So GGWP, what does it stand for? The first G, gratitude. This is a reminder to get our thinking right first. This is the bonus XP you get for noticing what's really good. It's about how needing nothing gets you everything. Cultivating an inner garden so that you feel whole and happy right now. It changes how you move through the map. It changes your inner thought life to one that harmonizes with the natural and spiritual laws that help us manifest the life we want versus, the life we got. Focus shapes the field. In games, where you point the camera matters. In life, where you put your attention changes your entire reality. Thoughts are things. For every effect, there is a cause initiated by your thinking. Why not think of, as the Bible puts it, what is true, honorable, pure, lovely, commendable, excellent, and worthy of praise? From there, the law of growth takes over. And that brings me to the second G, growth. Every level in the game of life is designed to stretch you. You're meant to get stronger, not just survive. To level up in life, we need to look within ourselves to master those thoughts and beliefs and not blame outside circumstances or people for why we're stuck at an undesirable level. The game of life rewards expansion. Growth isn't optional, it's how you unlock new levels. All growth and development is internally driven, stemming from our thoughts and beliefs. And when they're aligned, when they're in harmony, natural law takes over to move us to the next level. So let's talk about wins. That's what W is for. And not just the big boss fights of life, but small victories, conversations you handled well, choices you're proud of, evidence that you are a powerful creative force in your own life, proof that you can control your thoughts and thereby your destiny. And speaking of destiny, the P is for purpose, the deeper quest, why you picked up the controller in the first place. Viktor Frankl wrote, "When a person can't find a deep sense of meaning, they distract themselves with pleasure." When I reach the end of my life, hopefully with some clarity, I don't want to see that I've wasted all my time on distractions. I want to be able to say I was in my life, I was conscious, I accomplished my purpose. But here's the truth. One day, the credits will roll, the game will end, at least for this incarnation. I don't know if I'll get infinite bonus lives, infinite continues. The point isn't to play the game forever. It's to know when the credits roll that you had a good game and you played it well. James Allen wrote, "You are today where your thoughts have brought you. You will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you." Gratitude, growth, wins, and purpose shape those thoughts for me. Now I think of my emotions as my game controller. Chaotic emotions equal clumsy controls. Calm and clear emotions equal precision moves. You can't manifest your best life with a messed up controller. Mastering your emotions is hard, yes, but it's not as hard as having a chaotic life. If you're ready to start leveling up your own game of life, or you just want to watch me try and level mine up, consider subscribing. Remember, today well played makes every yesterday a dream of happiness and every tomorrow a vision of hope. Anyway, busy girl, gotta go.